Granny honey. Welcome back to the Think Us Later podcast. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Angel.
How you doing, friend?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's life so far?
Life is really good right now. Can't complain.
I hope you guys are enjoying the comeback and all the things. Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Mommies. Mothers.
Mommy.
Mothers. All of the things.
Yeah.
So, who's your favorite TV mom? Let's start
I know you
there.
were gonna ask me that.
Because I just want to start there.
I mean, the top of my head, Claire Huxtable.
Period.
Yeah.
Melissa Rashad.
Yeah.
You know, I would go for that too. Hollywood moms, you know, Lynn Whitfield. They said she'll play everything, but she never play broke. You remember Lynn Whitfield?
Was she a mama?
She's a mama. She's a mama of Tyler Perry, but she's
I don't watch Tyler Perry stuff.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But was she the mom in Eve's Bayou?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
Mean.
Yeah.
She got this face. This mama face that's like, you better not mess with her.
That's who you're picking?
No, I'm not picking her. I'm just thinking of black moms, you know?
Yeah, and then after that, it would be TV moms? Yeah. Or are you saying Hollywood?
I'm saying period. Black mamas on TV.
Or
on everything.
Or movies.
Movies? Oh, what about Love and Basketball? Who played her mom? You don't like her? You remember her? Alfred Woodward.
Because every time I see her, I just think about Holiday Heart.
Holiday Heart. She was a horrible mama in there.
I just can't. That's all. I can't, you know.
Worst mama.
Her?
No. It's one more.
Have to sell her.
It's one more. It's one more.
Worst mom?
Precious.
Oh.
Precious mama was horrible.
Yeah, that's true.
Precious mama was
But I give her a little grace.
Okay.
Because, you know, mental issues, things like that.
Halle Berry, another bad mom.
She wasn't bad. She got herself together to get Isaiah.
You shouldn't have never put him in that trash can. That should have never happened. That should never happened.
Friend.
Yeah. Trash.
But she got herself together. And then she wanted her baby back.
Trash mom.
Next wow.
Mom. Who else you got?
That's good or bad?
We can go.
I'm trying to think of better moms. I'm thinking like the stuff I used to watch. So Stepmom D from Moesha. No, that's like a lot to love someone else's kid. You're not one but two.
Well, you know, and
especially a really rude and attitude
sneaking out
prone teenager. Miles was okay. But you know what I'm saying? So that's a lot to love somebody else's kids as your own. So that's why I give it to her.
And Uncle Frank wasn't doing nothing.
Okay. Why we got to keep calling him Uncle Frank? I love that episode too.
Yes. That's just a few moms though that I could think of. But yeah, that's how I want to jump into this mommyhood episode.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like it's so many things to talk about.
It is.
To jump into. We were both raised by black women. Clearly, you see the melanin popping.
Mine's a little bit better.
Okay, well, carry on.
I'm kidding.
That's color shaming, just to let you know.
I know, colorism. I was just talking about that. My cousin was a colorist, and we didn't know.
Okay.
So she used to say, so she was light skinned. My grandmother is a lighter skin, but my grandfather is like chocolate. You know, he's from Louisiana, so chocolate. And so she used to say, oh, me and Granny are clean and Papa and y'all dirty.
Damn.
But they thought it was funny. And then now we look back and we're like, she was a colorist.
Yeah. She go around somebody else say that. Take that too lightly. Yeah. How was it being raised by a black mom?
My black mom? It was amazing. I'm the only child.
Okay.
My father passed when I was 2.5. So it was just me and my mom all the time. But I had like my grandparents. But my mom, she did everything. And I feel like because she grew up in a very religious, strict household. So she was like, when I have my kid, I'm not going to make her do anything she don't want to do. Kind of failed a little bit, but it was great. And also because she shared stuff with me as I got older. Like my mom went to prison. She told me that. Like, it was like we weren't friends, but she was like, she let me know the deal. Like and my mom is very street smart. So like I learned a lot of that, but yeah. And then she taught me how like to be on my own. Like I was living by myself like at 18 by choice. I didn't have to. Like, you know, some kids like get kicked out. Like I was like, no, I want my own apartment. And I learned how to get my own apartment, get my own car, everything. Because my mom, she taught me all those things. Good thing.
I love that. And then you've been an only child. She like, okay, I want my daughter to be strong. I can't.
Absolutely. Like even though like it was like, oh, I'm teaching you how to cook, but you don't have to because I got you. but you need to know how to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to the grocery store, which I used to hate. And this is how you do stuff. This is how you calculate your bills. But I still got you right now. So that's how it always was. It was like I wasn't never forced to do stuff, but I knew how to do them if I needed to.
Yeah.
So, because it was always, she said that. She was like, if I die tomorrow, I need you to know how to do certain things. So, yeah, my mom she was that girl. And she still is that girl.
Come on, shout out to Miss Loretta.
Low, you call her Low, aka Ready, because she stay ready. But we're not gonna touch on that. But
I feel like Black women and Black mothers, they embody like strength to me. I just
absolutely.
I felt protected. Like I knew, hey, you tell my mama you did anything, she's coming.
Yeah.
And protected. I felt nurtured. I felt like he was pouring strength in me, even when I didn't want it. Like, get up, wake me up on my sleep, wash them dishes. And I'm like, is it really that serious? Like, I'm asleep. But she was trying to teach me, like, hey, you need to clean your house.
Exactly.
You need to make sure that you're done before you go to bed. And I'm like, oh, it was hard, but you did teach me those things. So I love it.
And you learn, you see how it is when you become an adult.
Yeah, definitely.
Like when I cook, my mom, when she cooks, she always was clean at the same time. So you don't have that, all that stuff. And so I still do that. My husband don't. So I'll be like,
you can see the difference.
Why do you have all these dishes in here? Like you didn't want to clean that pan.
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
That's a tricky one for me, y'all. I had started going to therapy based off of dishes. Like I was sitting on a couch because I was like, they was like, well, why are you here? I was like, because the dishes are there and nobody is helping me. And they was like, no, like it gotta be something. We gotta dig deep. We gotta dig deeper. I'm like, no, it's just the dishes.
It's just the dishes.
And it was funny. It was like one week, it was a pan. I watched Kenny and he had the dish detergent and it was a pan that was dirty and he just poured it in there.
Put some water in there and then walked away.
That's it. I was like, I literally like, okay, this ain't your fight right now. Like, don't do it right now. So then the next week he came back and he was like, oh, you soaking the dishes. You don't know how to wash this. I said, I am so happy you brought that up. It was one particular incident last week that has been really grinding my gears.
That baby walk. Kevin does that all the time. And now I'll wait. I will count the days, friend. I will count the days.
No, I walk through the kitchen too much. I can't. It'll literally like drive me
nuts. I'm petty. So I will wash everything else that I use and I will leave that pan in there. Yeah. And I'm like, it was like, I think I let it do 3 days. And then I was just like, really? And to the point where, because again, I'm petty, and he is too, clearly, because he'll redo it.
Okay.
Put new water, new soap, and then just going to leave it there.
Don't keep on soaking it.
Yeah.
That pan is tired. But I am petty, though, because with the trash, if the trash, he had to take the trash out, I would take a picture and just send it in a text.
Yeah.
That's just my time.
Oh, you do that? Oh, I should start doing it.
Yeah, that's it. Just get a whole bunch of text messages. I was telling people, they're like, you are so petty. Here you go. This is just a reminder. Okay, what's your favorite thing about motherhood?
Right now, being able to spend time with Cairo as much as I do. So I call myself, the ghetto stay-at-home mom. And I'm able to be with him, like, every day, all day, just me and him. Like, yesterday, my cousin, she was like, y'all didn't go meet anybody when you went to the zoo? And I was like, no, it was just me and him. Because I like that. Yeah. Like, I don't have to have a group of people with me. But, no, I love seeing him grow every day. Every day is something new. Every day. I love it. What about you?
I feel like it's the conversations. It's me.
Yeah, because you have older kids now.
Yeah. Like, what are y'all thinking about? What do I need to help you with, guide you with? So for me, I feel like it's having conversations, because I wrote my diary a lot at that age. Like,
yeah, same.
You don't need to know all of this. Let me put my diary and let me get that little lock and hide my little key.
Oh, you had the lock boy.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. Because I bought the ones that was like big, like books. And then so I would have to hide them. Okay. Like everywhere.
Yeah, so it's just having conversations where I don't feel like you gotta hide. Just talk it out. Somebody need to guide you. Why not your mama? I got a quote for you. They said, the moment a child is born, so is a mother. What do you think about that?
What does that mean?
Okay, so I get it, and I take it from this. It's like when a child is born, like I'm gonna say for my firstborn, I was a different girl. Like before Kennedy came,
gotcha.
I was all about, I'm asleep. I'm going to pick a shift that starts at 3 p.m. so I can work to 12 p.m. so I can sleep the whole morning.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm a morning person. So.
Yeah, I was not. I was like, I'm doing whatever I want for me. I'm going shopping. I'm just doing everything that I want. the second Kennedy was born, I literally promised her, I'm like, hey, everything is about you. And then after that, something as simple as driving. I be road rage, beeping the horn, driving fast. Soon as that baby got buckled in that back, no.
You know what? That's funny because that happened to me. I used to run red lights, or yellow lights because why?
I know, just out here
And I
living.
literally don't do that anymore because I'm like, oh my God, if I get hit, Cairo get hit, I die. But before I didn't care. I'm like, oh, whatever, I can make it. But I don't do that no more. And my mom was in the car, she was like, oh, you're not gonna run this light? It was yellow.
Mom!
Because she know me though. And she was like, you're not gonna go through the light? I was like, nah, I'm good. Cairo in the back. She was like, oh, she was super surprised because I used to do that all the time. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God for your deliverance right there. So another quote I got. Another one I got is, we carry the weight of generations and still show it with love. That's power. And I feel like I think about that with our ancestors. So go back, not for just my mother, the grandmother, like,
and great grandmother.
Yeah, like they came from nothing, you know. They was on the land in Virginia.
We were just talking about that land.
Yeah, girl. And they just came here, and my papa like, we gonna get some 2-family flats and we gonna rent here, and then we gonna pay this off. And then I'm like, dang, where y'all get that vision? And we be sitting up here thinking about, like, I don't know if I want to do a podcast or not.
That part.
Y'all got up and left the country to come here to be here. Like, it's just inspirational.
Exactly.
You know?
Like we were talking about how, well, it goes, ties into the whole mothering thing, but so that would have been my great-great-grandfather. He had bought the land in Arkansas, and he was like, he left it to his 2 daughters. And he was like, I want you guys to have it and for your families and so on and so forth. And I'm like, but he put in the will, like, it cannot be sold. You cannot sell it. And it's like, it's still in the family, but nobody doing nothing with it. It's just down there. And it's like, but you have someone to think like that for you.
Yeah.
And then she, my great-grandmother, she was like, okay, you guys, here you go. This is your piece, and y'all can go ahead and come back. Y'all can go to Michigan, but come back here and build. But nobody went down there. My grandma said her man told her, I ain't going back down there.
Eventually, somebody, though, in their generation,
Should have.
Yeah, they will. Like, they'll be like, okay, no.
Friend, okay. They city folks. What's the challenge that you have being a mom?
Ooh, that's knowing that they just like me in ways, like seeing me show up in them kind of frustrates me a little bit. It's like something that's simple in the morning. Like, Kennedy will wake up, and I used to be like this, wake up and she won't say good morning or nothing.
Oh, she's not a morning person.
No, and that bothers me now because I had to teach myself. Where there's times where I wake up and I'm like, it's too early to talk. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Those things. So now seeing that, it's like, oh, girl, you gonna just walk past somebody that's paying the bills?
I'm not paying the bills. Okay.
Yeah, that's a challenge. But yeah.
So what about finding balance?
Ooh.
So with me, my issue is because I put so much in Cairo, I forget about me. And then I feel guilty, I guess that's the word. Because I'm like, when I do spend time, like, I'm like, oh my God, I've been gone 5 hours. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I gotta get back to Cairo. He gonna think he abandoned. Like, it's just like those thoughts. But yesterday I unlocked something. I said, I think I do the things I do because my mom wasn't with me in the toddler years. So I'm like, I think that's why subconsciously I'm like, oh, I gotta be there for Cairo and the Tyro years because my mom wasn't there. And then me and Kevin had an argument one time because mind you, Cairo is 1. I was like, when he has a recital, I'm gonna be there. But he was like, where is this coming from? And then I realized my mom wasn't at my recitals. My mom, and so I'm like, I'm trying to do that and show up for my kids because I didn't have it.
I feel like being a mom really opened up your inner child because things that you didn't think you cared about really showed because you're seeing that. Just something as simple as like the sports. We there for everything, and it's like, why are y'all there for everything? What you should be, but I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like I didn't support you. I did a lot of stuff like in high school, in middle school. And I was just remember, like, my daddy just made sure he's like, hey, I'm gonna take you here and I'm gonna do that. So I take that. I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, well, I feel guilty. I have mom guilt a lot of times where I'm like, I got to get off of work. I got to be there on time. Like, this one thing may make them think that I'm not supporting them in a way.
Because I heard someone, when I was in high school, I was dating this guy. He was playing football, and he was like, when I look in the stands, look up there, my mom's not there. And I was like, but she was at work.
Yeah.
She couldn't come. And it was like, oh, I feel so bad for him.
And they don't realize that it bothers them to probably adulthood.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's when you tap in and be like, no, I really wanted you there.
Right.
The child, you like, it's all right, Mom. No, you got to provide.
Yeah.
But no, it really, whether they say it or they don't value it at that time, it does come up later.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay. So, you know what? I know you were just fresh out of having a baby, really. Tyro is how old now?
He'll be 2 next month.
Okay. So, have you ever dealt with any postpartum at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. And I just want to explain that they said a postpartum period can emotionally challenge women and it can last up to 3 years. And that's just why I asked.
I think because we went to parenting class, which we didn't have to, but I wanted to have him. I thought I wanted to have him in like the birthing center.
Mm-hmm.
And so they made you had to do that. And they were like driving at home. They were like, make sure the lights are on. Make sure, you check on her. Make sure, she's at least resting a little bit. Like just pick up on
water,
it.
hydrating.
So Kevin and my mother-in-law like was on it for the first like 2 months. So I think that really helped. But no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just tired.
So they said postpartum depression has a few factors in it. It could be lack of sleep, hormonal changes, stressful events, and social isolation. So all those things that they were showing up with and to give you is like the perfect. How was your birthing experience? That's funny. I'll drink to that. Cheers. The same way.
It was good, but of course I always take hard, as you know. And so I didn't want to take any like medication.
Okay, yes.
So then we started off.
Strong woman right here.
And me and Kevin was like we just gonna do it without, and with him, he ain't doing nothing. But I was like, I'm gonna do it without. So I was fine. Like I mean, again, it was painful, whatever the case may be. But I was just tired, and I'm like, I just want to rest my eyes for 20 minutes. And what helped me was I ended up getting in the shower. And I let the water from the shower just run on my back. My doula, I got a doula.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my doula, Carly Finn.
Yeah.
But she was like, get in the shower. And I did that, and it helped. And I fell asleep, and that helped. So overall, it was amazing. And my OB is amazing. Like, it was a good experience.
So would you say that people should always get a doula? Or what is the advantage?
No, I say it's teach his own. My point of getting one was for Kevin. It wasn't really for me.
Dang.
He doesn't like pain. He don't want to see me in pain. He never went through this.
Yeah.
And I knew he was gonna freak out, which he did. And she was there for him. She was supportive for me, Ivy, but she was like, she was rubbing his back. She was like, it's okay. When they were like, you want to see he's coming out, and Kevin don't do blood, and she was like, no, he doesn't. No, he's good. He's gonna stay back here. Oh, okay. Like she was there. And then the other part was to be an advocate for me. Because when you in the moment, you like, and they're trying to tell you to do certain stuff, and so they were trying to make me push on my back, and I didn't want to. I was like, no, I'm gonna either push like backwards, or I was gonna do it on the side. I ended up doing it on the side. And so when they were trying to make me push on my back, she was like, hey, that's not working. Let's try her on her side. Like she was there to
overwork your body.
Yeah. So it was good, but she really was there for Kevin.
Okay.
And also to collect my placenta.
Okay, because the placenta. Why did you need to collect that? The hell is going on here? Carry on though.
So she made my placenta into pills, and I took them. I know when you think about it now, when I think about it now, I'll be like, girl, you really did that, but I did, and I do it again if we have another kid. But she gathered my placenta, took it home, and made pills. She said I had the most she ever had, which I ended up having 150 pills. Wow. And she said she only usually have like 110 to 130. So I had 150 pills. So go placenta.
And what's the purpose of that?
It helps you with your postpartum.
Okay.
So it helps regulate your hormones because you get all those vitamins and things in there for the baby, and so you're basically ingesting that.
Okay.
And it also, I think also that's why I probably didn't have postpartum. Yeah. Because it helped regulate my emotions as well. And she has like this T2 that you take. It's a whole situation. And then she also took my umbilical cord and she made it say love. Wow. And it's hanging up in over Cairo's door.
Aww.
I know.
That's a whole experience.
It is.
That's an amazing
It's expensive.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said it sounds like it's worth it.
I think it's worth it, but it's to each his own. Some people be like, oh, I don't need that. I have my
Mhm.
sister. I don't need that. I have my mother. But for me, my mom, love her dearly.
Okay.
But at her beautiful age, she has word vomit. So she doesn't process what she's going to say before she says it. She just spits it out.
Mhm.
And in that moment, I don't need that.
Oh, so you knew how to control your room.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're not in here.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law,
You
you're
didn't
not in
make
here.
the cut.
It was Kevin.
Oh, you had a list. You had a security guard at the door.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The nurses. I was like, when my mother-in-law tried to come in, I looked at my nurse. She was like, okay, we're going to just take you back to the waiting room. Because, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said no.
How are you?
No.
You had 3 birthing
I had 3
experiences.
cesarean sections.
Yeah.
So C-sections, guys. And so mine was a little different than yours. I definitely did not go.
But yours is funny. I love your story.
Yeah, I definitely did not go. No,
Well,
give me the medicine.
You couldn't though.
Yeah, do me. Yeah, go on and shoot me in the back.
But it's okay.
Yeah, epidural me.
Yeah.
As soon as I
and I don't like needles too, so that's another thing.
You just turn your back. You don't even pay attention to it. But you know that I don't want. I'm not signing up for that. But I appreciate that you did that because that's amazing. But then I feel like birthing experiences teach you that you really don't know your own strength.
That's another thing. I didn't realize, like, when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God. And then I get scared when I go, like, do little stuff. I'm like, girl, you pushed out a whole baby by yourself. Nothing. Like, but yeah. But it's the adrenaline, though.
Yeah, it is. Because you really are just running and going off of, you don't even know what's going on. Like, even when I was trying to sleep, my last one, KJ, I was trying to go to sleep. My body was in labor. And I'm like, I just want to take a nap. Like, I literally had packed my bag. I was supposed to have my cesarean section the next day because of the schedule. Right. And so I'm like, I'm going to give me a good little few hours of sleep. So I'm laying in bed, but I felt like I knew the pain was there. I'm like, just go to sleep. It'll pass. He like, no, look, lady, I said now. Wake up. You know, so I'm like, well, let me just go to the shower because this will soothe these cramps. That's what I'm telling myself. Braxton Hicks, not a doctor. Just saying, this is what this is.
You all fully termed. You think you having cramps.
In the shower, calmed it down. Look at you, Dr. Angel. You did it. The cramps are stopping. Go ahead, go and lay down and get to bed. That shower.
It's something about that water.
As soon as I stepped out of the shower, like stepped my foot out of the shower. Oh, this pain again. I'm like, what? I'm screaming. Kenny like, no, what? Let's go. He in the garage, in the car.
Without you?
No, he's just starting up, getting ready. He's still
okay.
It's annoying me because he's still walking around the house getting stuff. But at this point, I'm like, I think I left. I just threw on something and I was in the car already while he was still. I climbed over the seat to get there. I'm just in there. And we went to West Bloomfield, which is like 45 minutes away from us.
Oh, from your house? Yeah, absolutely it is.
We got there in 20, y'all.
Oh, he was flying.
Gone. Yes, he was gone.
Oh, wow.
Like, we got there in 20. The thing about that is, so the first one was great. Just excited. Do whatever you want me. I don't know what to expect. You know, I just want the baby. The second one is like, I know what to expect. Got a little anxiety. Third one is like, oh, I've done this before. I got to be a pro. But that ended up being like the most scariest, situation I had ever dealt with. I suffer from postpartum hemorrhaging, and that's a serious complication where the body loses significant amount of blood after delivery. So the bleeding,
that's scary.
Yeah, this happens to a lot of women.
I heard.
It says 1 to 5 out. It says it's estimated that roughly 1 to 5 out of 100 people giving birth will experience postpartum hemorrhaging.
That's scary.
And it's a leading cause of maternal mortality.
Yeah. I remember this lady, she had hers, she went home and she was still bleeding really heavy, but I think she already had like 3 kids or something like that. So she like, oh, whatever. And I think she said she passed out and she woke up in the hospital. And they were like, but she couldn't really speak. I think they had her sedated a little bit. And her husband had to make the decision. They were like, listen, either we have to give her a hysterectomy or we may lose her. Make the decision. And it was like, because she kept going in and out of consciousness, so he had to make the decision. No, I think he didn't say a hysterectomy, but she ended up, by the grace of God, being fine. I forgot what they did. But when they were telling the story, she was like, she should just take it. Like, she was like, it's fine. Like, we don't need no more kids. It's fine. Like, he was like, no, I didn't know if you wanted more kids. I didn't want to make that decision for you. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
They say watch out, and you said that she was still bleeding, so you have to watch out for clots that's bigger than a golf ball.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So you could be over here like, oh yeah, this is normal after birth. You really don't know. I felt like I was weak. I was becoming weak the next day, which they didn't find out immediately that I was.
You were still in the hospital.
I was still in the hospital at this time. Postpartum hemorrhaging can happen like the first 24 hours. So that's why they usually come in
and massaging and all of that. Yeah.
So when you like, why are you waking me up now?
I was up. I never went to sleep, but I'm just like, why you keep coming in here?
Turn on like hello,
bothering
ma'am. I just had a whole baby. Please,
like, can you leave me alone? And then she gonna say, why you not asleep? You keep coming in here.
Right, flicking the bright light on, signing your name on the board. Man, I don't care who you is. Good morning. What do you want? I don't want to just give me the same thing I had yesterday. You know? So now I get it. I'm like, oh yeah, they need to be doing that and checking. So my nurse, she was checking and she would had this look on her face. She's like, yeah, so
she was a little concerned.
She was concerned, but she wasn't trying to concern me.
Of course, and I love that. That's good. That's good bedside manner.
It was perfect, and she went and got the doctors. So, but by the time the doctors had let me know that, hey, this is a big deal.
Yeah,
I'm already going. I'm in shock at this point. I'm literally cold, teeth chattering.
Oh,
like they're putting 4 or 5 warm blankets. I lost so much blood that I literally my body was like out of it. And I just want people to know, like, it's a few things to know. Like, notice if you are like having issues after childbirth, fevers is one. You know, if you're getting cold, start paying attention to that. And a lot of blood loss, you know, or your abdomen sometimes. I know you just had a baby, but sometimes it's a little harder and it's tender and more painful than expected.
Yeah.
Those are some things to think about.
Okay. So I wanted to touch on like the society standards on what a mother is supposed to look like versus reality. Because you know how it's like people, the whole comparison, because we have social media and everything. It's like, oh, she's doing all of this. She's got this, and they're going on vacation. She's putting on her lingerie, and then she's over there breastfeeding. And then
dinner.
It's like, girl.
Dinner by 3. What? Who is this woman? You are amazing.
She's couponing, and I'm like, come on. Hair, nail, makeup. Who are you, lady?
Mommy of the year. That's who she is. Where y'all at?
Friend.
Shout out to y'all.
Isn't that hard? Yeah.
It's really hard. It is a lot to juggle, but I do feel like we supposed to like go back to that balance. Like you're supposed to take care of yourself as well as you taking care of the children, the husband, everything. But you know, wearing that superwoman cape.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to put it down. You know, sometimes it's okay to put it on down.
It's okay to put on your leggings, your sweatpants, sweatshirt.
And still get it done.
Put your hair in a bun. Make it happen. Order some DoorDash because, listen.
They taken care of.
It's hard.
They got a roof over their head.
It's hard. And don't feel guilty about it.
Not at all. That mom guilt. First of all, you already struggle with the mom guilt. But other people that make people feel like you're not doing enough as a mom, do better, I'm going to judge you. Oh, no, can you believe?
I have it with family, really.
Really?
It's like, oh, he's about to be 2. Why is he not potty trained yet? You were potty trained at 1. Well, that was also the 80s.
Yeah.
And y'all had more time and all the things. Like, he gonna get there.
Yeah. And they probably was just whooping people butts. You better stop peeing on that.
Oh, yeah. Right?
That's a little... What do you think about gentle parenting?
I wanted to approach that because I followed this girl when I was pregnant on Instagram. And she do gentle parenting, like the whole talk and the things. And I feel like my mom kind of did gentle parenting with me. I think I only got 3 whoopings in my life.
Okay.
It was one for walking this girl home for school. I was in 4th grade and I walked her home. But I feel it was a good deed and I still don't feel like I should have got a whooping because it was a good deed. Her parents forgot about her and her auntie lived like 4 blocks from the school. And so I was like, girl, I'll take you home. And then by the time...
Come on, Savior.
By the time I got back to my part where I can... Because I live literally around the corner from my elementary school.
I'll be on there in a minute.
Girl, it wasn't no parking person to help me go across the street or nothing. And look, when they say... And in that moment, I knew I was in some trouble.
Yeah.
And I was. But I got a whooping for that because, girl, you in 4th grade.
That's dangerous.
Why are you doing that? Anything could have happened to y'all. We didn't know what was going on. You were supposed to be home. 10 minutes
You
though.
still do
or
that
30.
though. Still take
I
people
do.
home.
I still take people home. I think that's my thing, right? I've been doing this since fourth grade.
She need to whoop you again.
And then I got a whipping for going outside when she told me I wasn't supposed to. And then the other whipping I got, well, it really wasn't a whipping, it was a choke up. It's because
Was it a strong choke up?
Absolutely. When I got away from her, because my grandparents lived one house down from us, I literally darted out the house, ran into my grandparents' house. My grandfather comforted me, and then my grandmother goes, "What did you do?"
Yes, they knew it had to be bad for you to get choked up. Choked up is different. Choked up.
Yeah, she choked like my feet was off the ground.
Yeah, you really.
My feet was off the ground. My mom literally was like, "What?"
I really hope
I didn't know her strength. That's that mama's strength. I didn't know her strength.
I didn't know. Did you take somebody else home?
No. It was my attitude because I was at that teenage years, and I had a really bad attitude. Yeah, and so she was telling me to do something. I was ignoring her. We were packing meat. My mom always go to Cattleman, still do to this day. We were packing meat from Cattleman. She had just came from Cattleman, so we were putting them in a freezer bag. And she was like, "Did you hear me?" And she threw the freezer meat at my chest, but it was a reaction. It was like, what? But I shouldn't have did what? I should have just stood up. And so she was like, "Oh, you getting buck with me?" And literally my feet were off the ground, and she was just like hemming me up, like, "You crazy?"
And see, she was raising you to be strong. But then it's like, you want to bully me at the same time.
Baby, I thought I was about to die. Yeah, I was like, ma'am, never again.
It gives that Tyler Perry thing. What more do you want from me?
These Tyler Perry references.
Oh, not Tyler Perry. I'm sorry. It wasn't Tyler Perry. It was Tyrese. That's what I mean.
Oh, Tyrese.
You said Tyler Perry. Me and Tyler Perry, we is cool. Okay, so stop expecting me not to be cool with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
You know, I do want to, I know I hate to take it back to this again, but I do want to just reference this because it is a donation. It's a website that we can donate to, and I'm going to donate today, and it's called For Cures for Moms. And it's created by Charles Johnson. He lost his wife, Kira, during a routine C-section at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, California. And he funded this website because he wants to make sure that to be the voices of any mothers and families facing unnecessary maternal mortality, and also putting an end to maternal mortality, the health crisis, because you know that's happening more and more.
This is more with Black women than any other race, which that sucks.
Because our voices aren't heard, and
they think we're complaining.
Yeah, like I literally dealt with that. I don't know if you have or not, but I literally was like, "Hey, I'm in pain here," and they're like, "It's okay."
Oh, I did. That's why I switched my OBs. So my first OB, I was telling him, well, at the time I wasn't trying to have kids, but I was just like, I ain't had no scares or nothing, like, what's going on? And he was like, "Oh, you're fine." And then at one point, before I ever was pregnant, I was producing milk. And I'm like, "What is this?" And he was like, "Oh, your hormones, when your hormones get high, that could happen." So I'm thinking this is normal. But I'm like, nah. He was like, "If there's no, lumps or, if there's no blood, you're fine." And I'm just like, this don't make sense. Switched my OB. She ran every test, found out I have something called prolactinoma. So it's basically it's in your pituitary glands, which is located right here. And it's a little tumor. And it basically makes your body think you're already pregnant. And it's like, oh, we need to give you milk for the baby. And so that's what was going on. But he
didn't dig deep.
If I would have stayed there, he would have just been like, "Oh, you're fine. Oh, try it for 6 months. If you don't get pregnant, then we'll figure it out." Like, no, something wrong with why I got milk.
Yeah.
Why, ma'am?
Where is this milk coming from? So yeah, www. I forgot to add that. Yeah. www. KIRA 4 again. Moms.com.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta donate too.
Yes, I thought that was beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to balance everything with your career though? Your career and kids and being a wife?
Yeah. You know what? If you would see my calendar and the colors and stuff, and you would be like, yeah, she weird. Like you would be like, how you function, like with my brain, that's the thing.
How did you get there though? Were you all like from the first kid, or
no.
So how long do you feel like it took you to get to that point?
So I think that things really changed when I had the third one. It's a big age gap. So with the girls, it's like, okay, girls, I got them. You know, you take a backpack, I'll take a backpack. We ain't outnumbered, and schedule their hair appointments, go get them some clothes. Like even like Easter. Easter is you know, it's like, oh yeah, I love the times we just go buy them some dresses, go get their little shoes and stuff, and then you know it was easy breezy. Now we have 3 children, 2 different schools. You know, his age is 4. Theirs is 13 and 12. So it's really so many things going on. We're pulled all these different kind of ways. So not only that, we both work full time, and then you also want to be an entrepreneur, you know, so you got to make sure it is a lot.
But you do it.
Yeah, but I do find that calendars help me. I don't think if I didn't have a calendar, I would just be out here crying every day probably.
Not crying.
Good. Because you wouldn't know what's coming. You'd be like, yeah, you know, when they be like, oh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. No, it really is. That's not the case. It's really planning it.
And then I think also it helps with, I feel like with my mom, because she was a single parent, she had a community. She had her parents and she had her aunts.
Them villages was strong.
Helping with everything. So even though maybe she didn't make these recitals or she didn't make this or whatever the case may be, my grandma was there though. Yeah. So I'm not like, let's not say nobody wasn't there for the girl. Yeah. But my mom wasn't.
What's your grandma's name?
Ida Mae Charles.
Come on.
Ida.
Shout out.
Yeah, Ida. Oh, Ida stayed. Ida was there for everything. Yeah. And my grandfather, like when my mom couldn't do certain stuff, like I said, my elementary school was right there. When I got in middle school, my grandmother would take me to school. Even though we took the bus, my grandma was like, oh, you want to ride today? Like, she was there. So she had a good, strong, like her parents, I would say, really helped her out.
I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of millennials came from.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it shows. Like, I feel like I embody a lot of my grandmothers, both of them. My middle name is Mary. So we got Mary Slappy and Mary Walker. We would come and walk home from school. And once we got in there, I think my granny had 9 grandchildren. Lunch is already on the table.
Absolutely.
Prepared. You never had to wait for nothing.
Like, with the snack. Because, you know, I was a honey bun girl, and my grandma had my honey bun ready.
Oh, that's what you like. Did you put it in the microwave to heat
it up
a little bit?
That's the only way to eat a honey bun. If you don't put it in the microwave, I don't know you.
Come here.
I don't know you.
That's a real
And then,
thing.
I'm sorry, I'm really particular about my honey buns as well. My husband will tell you, I have him searching for my honey buns. When I have a craving, you have to get.
Do you like the icing on top?
I do, but it has to be the real icing. I don't want that.
Just okay.
I want the real deal Holyfield, and if you don't get it, because he has got my wrath.
Yeah.
I'm like I don't want it. And he's like, so you're not gonna eat it?
Just don't.
Absolutely not.
It's only one thing I asked for, and that's just for the icing to be correct, sir. I'm not an icing girl though. Give me
I like both of them.
Yeah.
I like both of them though.
And then like put it in the microwave a little bit where you know. Okay, so
25 seconds.
Yeah, because you could
that's
see
the best 25 seconds.
Do you take it out the plastic or you leave it in the plastic?
Oh, you gotta leave it in the plastic.
Get out of here! Stop it! My girl, that's my girl. I know that's right.
You know I know how to eat now. No, listen.
Wait, okay, one more thing. We don't get off the subject. Do you eat it with a fork or do you eat it out of there?
No, I eat it in the plastic, friend.
I do it with a fork because it's too hot for me.
Pinky's up to you. Pinky's up. I need to hold my. I gotta hold mine. Listen.
You know, it's so bad that when I was like in high school, if I knew I had to go somewhere else after I'm calling my granny like before 6 hour get out, Granny, I'm so hungry. Can you please make sure it's ready when I get there? And she had it ready. Yes, I'm cooking right now, Angel. Like she was there.
Well, Ida was already because she had 6 kids, and then her husband's he had to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So Granny stayed cooking.
Yes.
And she had the food ready, and it was all amazing. Like, and then when I go home, because I would go home on the evenings, because again, we were one house down, and I'd be like, my mom would be like, oh, I don't know, she'll have something. I'm like,
now I want that Granny.
Girl, where is the vegetable? Where is the protein? Like, what is going on? I want no sandwich. Like, yeah.
I feel like we always had somebody that came for us because those older people made sure you covered. My granny, Slappy, that's my dad's mother. So my Mary Walker is my mom's mom, and then my dad's mom, Mary Slappy. So if I say I have a stomach ache or something, my emergency list had about 6 people on there. Okay? So if I want to go home and somebody don't pick up, I know who to call. I call my grandma like, Granny, my stomach hurt. I need to come out of school. She'd be like, I'll be there in a minute. And she flying down A-Mall to get there. Like, my granny, you be
Yeah.
in the back seat. You better put your seatbelt on because
Yeah.
she's flying to get
Yeah.
there. So
I love that.
shout out to the
grandma.
granny.
I
Yes.
love my granny.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they really helped shape us. And then the mothers, I feel like they was all working hard, but then they also taught us that work ethic for millennials. I think a lot of us, what they say, Gen Z don't want to work. But then they say
That's
millennials
bad.
do want to work. And I feel like me seeing that early made me want to get a job. I started working at 14.
Absolutely. My mom was working at, she said 13. She had a
See?
job, but she did because she didn't want to go to church
Yeah.
on them Mondays. What was it? Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday
She got
night.
something to
So
do.
she was like, oh, let me get a job.
Yeah.
So, I can't go. I got to work. So,
Yeah.
so it was really that. But then she was like, oh, I like money. So she continued. My mom been working ever since. Like, she didn't retire and she had to because of health reasons. But she retired like at what, 50?
See?
Yeah.
Shout
And
out.
that's just because she hates it. Like she has to find something to do because she loves working.
Working since 13, yeah, you don't know what to do
Yeah.
with yourself.
She like, I'm like, Ma, go to bingo. She like,
I do appreciate that though. Just the work ethic mindset, how you get your child to want to do that.
yeah.
For mine, and I'm just noticing now a little bit in the generation for our children, they not going to work so eagerly. They're like starting work like at 18. I feel like I was signing up in the school just to try to do something. Like we kind of wanted
Yeah,
a job.
that's true.
And I'm like, I want
But
that
that
for
was
them.
pushed on us, I think, too. Like they made us think like that. Like get a trade, do something, like start working. So I think that's another reason why.
I also feel like it did make it so hard for us to punch a clock when we had to, because
That's true.
you kind of got the idea of, oh, this is what be happening here. Opposed to when you wait a little later, you like, nah, this ain't for me. And then
But you know, a lot of kids want to be, rappers.
kids. Yeah, but no.
But
no. Wrap it up.
You're funny, friend.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing that your child does currently? Like, I know he's like hitting milestones and stuff, but is he like telling you a joke? Is he doing anything funny?
His fake laugh is funny.
Okay.
He has a fake laugh. He's like, ha 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 ha.
Oh,
and then we be like, what?
Who is this man?
Like, what are you
Where
doing?
did you get this from?
Like, what? And then, he'll look and he'll see something, or we laugh, and he'll look at us and he'll start laughing. I'm like, what's funny? And then he'll just walk away. Like, has a lot of personality.
Yeah, of course, both of y'all. Yeah,
I know, right?
You got it honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I like how busy my kid is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though it's like, if you walk in there, I can see people get overwhelmed. Me, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just like really fun.
Do you think people get overwhelmed, or you just assume
I wonder,
so?
like, is y'all kids as busy as mine? Like, so I'll be looking like.
Because yesterday, when my cousin came over, and she was like, "Ooh, your mama watch him?"
See, yeah.
And I'm like, girl,
This
you're a
is
boy.
nothing. Yeah.
Fine.
He's just hanging off
Like,
the couch right now.
He just he literally runs around in a circle. Like he go, because it's so open in our house. So he'll go from the kitchen, come to the dining room, living room, and just keep going. And then he'll fall. He'll be like, oh. And then he'll get back up and keep on running.
Yes. Yeah. He's a boy. And most of the time, I used to be like this. I'm not like this now. When he falls, I just waiting for the cry.
Me too.
I pause on him.
I used to,
He all right. He all
but
right.
now, yeah, I be like, because she did. I saw her. She like, and I'm like, girl, he fine.
Yeah.
He good.
You got it. It's a pause. And usually it's never a cry. So I'm just like, yeah, he's just going on with his life today. And that's fine with me. Also, with the girls, I like that I like the middle school age. I really like the tea. I'm here for the tea. I'm here for all of it.
Because that's where it starts.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, so that's the fun part.
That's good that it's still like that.
The kids be kidding now. The kids be kidding now.
Do it be too much for you?
It be a lot, but it ain't nothing. I just feel like I was telling Kenny the other day. I was like, I feel like middle school kids and high school kids, the boys, and I would say the girls too, they carry themselves a little bit more confidently than I'm starting to observe from kids now, if that makes sense. Like, I just feel like at 15, 16 years old, in my head, I was going to go and give me my own place. You know, like I felt like 15, 16. I'm like, oh, I could get that. Like in your head, you feel like that.
No.
15, 16 now, I don't think that's even a thought. You know, like to want to be grown, to want to go.
I didn't want to be grown. I talk about that, like how some kids our age at the time was like, oh, I can't wait to do this. I wasn't interested. I was like, I literally stopped playing with Barbies at 13.
Okay.
I wasn't interested.
Yeah, no, I was playing with Barbies for a while too. I don't think what
Yeah.
age did I stop though? It might have been 12.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't want to grow up. I mean, once I got there, like I was at 18, I was like, oh, let me get an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And none of my friends had it. Like, it was not like I was like, oh, she got one. Like, no, I was just like, oh, I want my own place. I want to decorate.
Yeah, that's it. Decorating. That's it. Not paying the bills. So
Right. And then my grandma furnished it. So there's
that's
that.
so good. See,
Yeah.
you had that village. That village was like, look, we ain't leaving you.
Yeah. I know. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm just saying that I just don't think that that's something that.
So you calling Gen Z's lazy?
Not Gen Z.
Or what is it?
It's something after.
It's after Gen Z, because that's what
Yeah.
Cairo is. What is that?
I don't know. I have to look
Is
that
it
up.
X?
I'm not sure.
Is it whatever they are? Yeah, look.
Look it up. Let me
Look
see
it
what
up real
this
quick.
generations is real quick. VR.
It's not Gen Z, huh? When do Gen Z stop, I wonder? You sure? Your girls are Gen Z, right?
They just made it. So it's called Gen Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah,
So it starts over, obviously. Duh, Tiffany.
They're from 2010 to 2025. Oh, so that's what my kids is.
Oh.
Alpha. Yeah, they're not Gen Z, they're Alpha. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's those kids that, I don't know, it's just different. But I think that we were more, because we were outside playing more, we were doing different things. Like, so it's something that simple as, you're going to ride your bike to the store. Yeah. You're going to go to the store. They gave you responsibility.
Right, I called on the phone. I'd be like, all right, meet you at the corner.
Exactly.
We didn't have cell phones and all that.
Now you kind of see them, and they waiting for you to do
They waiting for you to do it.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, you can see it too. You can see like public speaking sometimes. I can see the shyness in them. And I feel like a lot of times they were like, oh, sign up to be in drama. And you get on that stage. You may be shy, but you practicing. So I'm going to get up there in front of my peers and I got to kill it, or talent shows. We don't see that too much no more. Where they just going to do the talent show. Yeah, like, or dances. Like, when we was at the dances, like, ask somebody out.
What, they do dances on TikTok?
They do the dance on TikTok, but I'm talking about real life.
Like in front of folks.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
You old school.
Is that old school, though?
Yeah.
Millennials
TikTok
are
is
not old. You and Miss Tick of the Talk.
I love TikTok. I don't watch TV anymore. I watch TikTok.
It better be good. I don't got the app on my phone.
I know, and that's why I keep mentioning it, because I want you. Oh, did you? Oh, were you able to? Oh, no, because you were able to see it, because I actually saved it to my phone.
And recorded and sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you say your identity evolved after having a child? And that's my last question for you.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I think I'm still...
Tiffany.
I'm working on it.
Nope. I think your identity evolved.
How?
You are just like, okay, you're just... Before you was like...
before I was dotting and plotting. I forgot, friend. Just tell them, friend. I was dotting and plotting. I was.
Yes. And then
I was outside a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, now it's like you coming, but it's in moderation,
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. See, that's why you need a friend to tell you.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's beautiful. Like, people you got to take time and be present and be like, oh, yeah, I did.
But I get that. People push me, though. They be like, oh, you want to go? Come on, and I'll be like, no, I really don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to be with my baby.
Yeah, you just in the zone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think that motherhood has helped me evolve. I'm softer, but I'm stronger. If that makes sense. So, like, I'm softer because I can hear more. I'm more present to like listen and really understand. Where before it was like, what? That's dumb. Like, I literally had that whole, before kids, it's like, that girl, you been stupid.
Okay.
You gotta stop. That don't make sense. Why didn't you figure this out? 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, maybe they didn't know that. Maybe I need to extend grace. Maybe they was raised different.
You do.
Okay, why are they? Like, yeah. So
you do.
And then just thinking about, like, having been a mom of girls first, it was like I saw other girls and I wanted to, like, help them. So when I see them struggling, I'm like, oh, like, come here. Let me help you, or be there for them and let them know, like, you got somebody to guide you. You don't have to figure it out on your own. So that's how it changed me a little bit more.
All right. Well, I just had one little fact.
Yes.
About some of the parentings, and so it was back. They did the survey in 2023, and it was 44.6% of Black children lived in a two-parent household, and I thought that was very interesting.
Wait, how many?
44%, but it's 76% for white households, 67% for Hispanic. So we need to catch up, guys.
I
And
think we going.
and it's 47% of Black mothers are single parents.
How many?
47.
Okay.
So almost half
Yeah.
are single parents. So yeah. I mean, everybody don't want to get married, but you know.
Black dads be showing up now though. You notice that?
Absolutely. They don't play about their kids.
They heavy. The black dads be out there now. They really heavy.
Yeah.
I love that though. All right, but I do want to give y'all my outro today.
Is she gonna get it
right? But first, before I give y'all the outro, I want to explain the outro. Okay. So when we came up with this outro, and it's be thankful now, because you never know what later brings. And I feel like this helps our audience understand that you need to pause, reflect, and appreciate the present moment. And a lot of times we're just going and you like, hey, it's cool. I'm just going to figure this out as I go. But really just take a moment to be like, be thankful for the moment that you're in right now. Because you really don't know what later brings.
That's good stuff. You don't.
Yes.
Yeah, look at you.
Yes, guys. This was a great one. I had a great time. And until next time.
See you guys.
See ya.